Alright, welcome back to another video. We are not heading back before work. I'm actually heading to work right now. I was going to actually hit back this morning before work, but then, as I was getting ready, I realized, by the time I get there, I'm gonna have time for, one movement. So, I was like, you know what, let's just bite the bullet and do it during break, I guess. So, since that's going to be the case, I only have an hour to work out, so I think my best bet is to do just 3 movements, and I'm thinking that the best way to do that is probably do pull downs, cable row, and then maybe pullovers. Actually, I'm gonna lower this real quick. There we go. And yeah, so wide grip pull downs. Wide grip or close grip. I'll decide later. But yeah, wide grip or close grip pull downs. Definitely wide pull downs, or wide grip rows, and then just pullovers, either likely single arm pullovers, but maybe something like easy bar pullover or something. But yeah, maybe I'll throw in pause or rest pauses or drop sets or something like that. Yeah, it's always 50-50 what's gonna be available to me. 'Cause every time I work out on break, it's I normally go at 4, and the gym's pretty busy by that point, so kind of just gotta feel out what I can get. Normally there's a cable pull down or a pull down available, but sometimes it just, it can be 50-50. I would say that if there's not a cable pull down available, I have no issue doing a machine pull down. I actually really like our machine pull down. So it's just a normal machine pull down, but you can do it one-handed if you want. And there's something about it that's actually really nice, being able to do it one-handed. And then, yeah, if I can't do that, then maybe a plate-loaded pull down or something. I think those are my only real options for strictly pull downs. For rows, plate-loaded row or machine row, those are both always available. I always have a love-hate relationship with the machine row, because sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. I'm trying to think what else I normally do. That's pretty much it, honestly. Well, I guess if nothing's available, we'll always have dumbbells, I'm sure. So doing dumbbell rows or something of that nature would be fine. I like dumbbell rows. I don't do them often, but I do like them. And then I think, well, my very, very last resort would be barbell rows. I hate barbell rows so much. I just don't like them. I think I like the Smith machine rows, but just strictly barbell rows I'm not a huge fan of. But yeah, I think it should be fine though. If I can get at least two of those things, being cable pull downs or cable rows, then it'll be a pretty solid workout regardless. So that won't be for another 4 hours. So in between then, so I've ate breakfast. I'll have probably 2 more meals, and I'll probably end up having 2 more meals. So between now and then, I'll probably have about 1,500 calories, but I'll make sure it like digests way before I work out. Because I certainly don't want to go into a lift like just fresh off of eating. I did that last night and it was not good. Not that I ate like a big meal before I worked out last night, but it was a dense meal, we'll say. But yeah, I would say a good time to eat your pre-workout meal is like an hour or 45 minutes before your lift. Especially if you want like the carbs to actually take effect. If you eat like 500 carbs right before your workout, I mean, you're just gonna feel like shit, to be honest. You know, you want time for all that glycogen to get stored into your muscles. That's how you end up with a good pump. So yeah, I would say pre-workout meal about an hour or 45 minutes beforehand. I just really just depend on how big the meal is. I'm not a huge fan of eating like a massive meal before the workout. Now, if it's like if I'm doing like arms or something, I can get away with doing like a pretty big meal. I mean, if I'm doing like back or legs or a chest or anything like that, you can count me out. There's no way that I'm gonna eat that big of a meal. But it's over. They've installed like this new like they've redone the road, and it almost sounds like music when I'm driving on it. It's really weird. I'm probably just hearing things. So, anyways, yeah. So yeah, cable pull downs, rows. That should be good. I really did want to go to the gym this morning. That way I could have specific machines available to me, but I didn't even realize what time it was. I was like, dang. I would have gotten there, and I would have had maybe 20 minutes. So, yeah. Alright, well, we'll get to it. Well, I'll get to it in 4 hours, but you'll see me getting to it here in the next, second. So. Let's see about 3 more of those and move on to rows. last set, and we'll move on. Let's move on. Alright, this is kind of the only thing that was open to us. I hate this machine, but I don't think if you love it either. Yeah, overall not a huge fan, but whatever. That's all we got to work with right now. We'll do 3 or 4 sets of this. Now, it doesn't feel terrible. I would say the biggest thing with this movement is making sure that you're getting like the stretch part of it in, because like it's this machine has a lot of range of motion, so at each rep I'm like coming way out, making sure I can feel it stretch and coming in and squeezing it really hard. So I guess there is some niceness to this machine. I'm just gonna figure it out. But we'll do okay, we have time for 3 more sets. We'll do that. 2 more sets. Okay, we'll just do one more, and we'll go to like pull over or something. Last set. Honestly, these feel pretty good for not doing them in like a long time. Okay, let's run this one, some sort of pullover. do like one more set of that. Yeah, one. Also, if parts of the video are silent, don't blame me. It was YouTube's fault. This gym plays so much copyrighted music. I get flagged for it every time I'm in here. I just choose to not mute the audio. But I think sometimes YouTube might mute it on its own. I don't know for sure. Or they'll completely block it. One of my videos, if you scroll way down, I don't think you can view it anymore. It's just blocked, like outright. But, yeah, finishing up the single arm pullovers. I think this is like I greatly prefer the single arm pullovers to like just the normal like two-handed like rope pullovers or easy bar pullovers. This just gets such a better squeeze out of it. So yeah, we'll do like we'll just do one more set and then we'll look at the pump. That's the last set. All right. All right. So I don't know how it's gonna sound like up to this point. I don't know what it sounded like because I played it back a little bit after I did my first part of the video, and it seemed like it was hard to hear me, but I really can't tell. I don't know if there's a setting on the phone or something that I gotta change, but either way, let's look at the pump. One cool thing about this area, I can turn this light off, and the lighting from this door over here creates this really cool lighting thing. So we'll use that to our advantage for sure. I gotta tell you, I love that the weather is starting to cool down finally. It's crazy because I used to love summer. Now I'm like, I hate it so much. Please just make it go away. But flannel season though is it's in the air. Okay, let me take this off real quick. Okay. Let's see if I'm here. I can't really see the phone, but oh, actually, can I? Give me half a second. Well, no, we'll leave it like this. I'll have to play that back and see how it looks. Okay, let me play that back. See how it looks. honestly, it looked pretty good. I'm a fan of it for sure. Okay. I'm not going to close out the video just yet, because I got a few things I want to say, but I gotta get back to work. I'll see you in a couple hours. Alrighty. It's like, what is it, like almost 6 hours later? Done with work here. But back to the video. 10 out of 10 pump. Pump was pretty good, and I knew it would be good. I mean, you can't really go wrong with like the basic stuff. Lat pull downs, rows. What did I do for rows again? Oh, yeah, I did the like high row machine. So I actually ended up feeling a lot better than I was expecting it to. I was not really expecting it to feel good, but not feel good, but like I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much as I did. Yeah, I actually really liked it. I think the being intentional with like each rep, making sure I had like a nice stretch and squeeze, I think that on its own really solidified the pump, especially with it being like the middle of the workout. I think like if you go really hard at the beginning of the workout, you know, you are definitely going to get a pump for sure, right? But I think sometimes, depending on like the workout, you know, and how you're feeling, you know, you may get to like the middle of your workout and just kind of start to go downhill. I know that I've felt that before. So I think, you know, having a good, what am I trying to say here? A good, oh, that's not good. A good couple of movements in the middle part of your workout really solidify the rest of it, I think. If you kind of lose steam towards the middle, then, you know, the pump might not be as good as it could be, right? So, anyways, yeah, really good movement for the middle of that workout. The pullovers were fine. I think I felt like at some point during those last couple of movements, or a couple of sets of the pullovers, I don't think I was squeezing enough, or not squeezing enough. I wasn't stretching enough, so that could have been better. But other than that, the pump is pretty freaking good. That little section that I have with the lighting is really nice. I think that's something I gotta look at. I gotta look at like the gym I'm going to. I gotta find where like the lighting is like perfect. You know, it's not always gonna be perfect, but at least a pretty good one. Yeah. Honestly, I don't really have much else to say on that. I mean, it was a great back workout. Actually, I somehow timed it perfectly, because earlier I was talking about how, you know, you don't want to have like a huge meal right before your workout, and I ended up going on break a little bit earlier than what I had expected. So, like an hour before though, I ate like my first like real big meal that had like a good amount of carbs. It wasn't like an insane amount of carbs, but it was, you know, it was good enough to be a pre-workout meal, and eating it before, like an hour before or so, and it was like, it worked out perfectly for me. Holy moly. Alright, so tomorrow, what is tomorrow? Tomorrow is Wednesday. Oof. Tomorrow we have quads. Yeah, we've got quads tomorrow. really know yet where I'm going to go with that one. I think I'm not sure what y'all will be at for that. Well, I don't know. Whatever. We'll figure it out at another point in time. Yeah. I think. Oh, it's gonna fall. Yep. I freaking knew it. Alright. I don't think I got much else to say. I think there was a thought developing, but maybe not. Yeah. I think for quads tomorrow, I think I might try and go a little heavier. That's really something I've been doing recently. I feel like my last few workouts in the last few weeks, I have not gone I've not been pushing myself to do heavier sets. See, I think that's something we might do. What in the... Oh, no. There's a freaking train. Oh, come on, bro. I just want to go home. Oh, this could take forever. Fuck. There's nowhere for me to turn around either. That is a mood killer right there. At least I'm not going to the gym though. If I was stuck, actually I have been before. I've been where I've been sitting waiting for a train, and I just finished my pre-workout, and I sat there for probably 45 minutes. That was a horrible experience. Because the pre-workout kicked in a few minutes after I drank it, and I was just, oh, that was a horrible, horrible experience. Well, whatever. We'll sit here for a while. I'm so tired. Alright, we'll go ahead and edit this video. I'll go ahead and end this video. So, I'll see y'all for quads tomorrow. I appreciate y'all watching. I'll catch y'all in the next one. See ya. Might still be here at the train, honestly.